Yo, what's going on? What's going on? I'm out to wait for everybody to get in the room real quick because I got another message. It's moments of clarity with Natureboy. And losing some sunlight here, but we're going to be diving deep real quick on this subject right here. So I'm gonna wait to get some people in here, and then I'm going to basically be talking about today what is magic. It's very important that we understand this. I've been meaning to do a video talking about what is magic. So I'm gonna wait real quick. Ayana, what's up? What's going on? Peace, God. What's up, Lisa? Okay. How you guys feeling? You alright? Mary, what's going on? So, what's good, Andre? How you feeling, man? Reginio, what's up, man? Peace, peace. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna start with this real quick. I'm gonna start talking. Welcome to another episode of Moments of Clarity with Natureboy. And this video, we're going to be talking about magic and what is magic. Also, I want to touch on some other topics I wanted to touch on too. But first of all, I want to say peace and blessings to all of my reflections out there, everybody that sees themselves in me and hears my message, and that I inspire to be great. I just wanted to say that I love you guys, and that I appreciate your energy and your love. So right now we're going to talk about magic. What is magic? Magic is everything. So basically, magic is words put together that you believe in. Magic is thoughts put together that you believe in. We are controlled by our own thoughts. And so a lot of people send me messages online and they ask me questions and stuff on different subjects. And sometimes, if you even look at my comments, you see people are all looking, we're all having a subjective experience, human experience. You see what I'm saying? And so what magic is groups of words that control us. We are bound by words, groups of words that would be called spells. You see what I'm saying? They're spells. These groups of words put together are what makes spells, which control our thoughts. And this projects into making our realities. Okay? And also, it's also other people's thoughts here in this multiverse, multi-universe we're in, that affect our thoughts. So you can't, this is not completely just your world. You're bumping with other thoughts. So there's all kind of spells being casted upon you. Even if you got your TV on, there's words that are shaping your subconscious mind to think a certain way, and this will project. Since you were born, magic spells have been put on you. I'll give you an example of what magic is. If you and I are in a relationship, and a close relationship, and I say to you, I hate you, you're so stupid, you're so dumb, or something negative like that, right? Those are all words. You're so dumb. Those are "you're so dumb." Those are "you're so dumb." That's 3 words put together with a certain amount of energy can invoke a feeling into you. And because of our connection, I have now put a spell on you. And in this spell, it affects you and makes you do something. It possesses you. A spirit possesses you from some words that's been spoken to you. I can say right now, while I'm doing this video, I'm putting a spell out right now. I'm casting a spell. This is magic. Just talking is casting a spell. Someone can say something, a group of words that put feelings in your heart, and you're like, oh, that was so sweet. You read the words from someone else and they put a feeling inside of your body. This is magic. You watched a video. You tapped into the frequency of that video and it gave you a feeling of, oh, you seen somebody, you seen an animal help another animal and you're like, oh. Visually, this is visual magic. The illusion of light reflecting off of each other to show you something that affects you and your being and gives you a vibration within your being that affects you. Everything that affects you. Now, the alchemist or the magician, everyone is a magician. Because everyone is creating their reality with their thoughts. Whether those thoughts have been put in your head by someone else, how you feel about yourself, you are projecting this into to your reality. And now that's giving you a constant vibration. This is magic. 2 people walk in a room. 2 different perspectives, 2 different realities walk into a room, see different things. You right now, you're looking at me and you are judging me from something within yourself. You see what I'm saying? The way you view me is how you feel about yourself. You see what I'm saying? And how I view you and how I feel the world is how I feel about myself. And from my perspective, and that's why you shouldn't worry about what other people think about you. Now, the magician, the experienced magician, is someone that learns how to manipulate the elements. There are 4 elements. There are water, which is emotions. There are air, which represents thought. There's earth that represents practicality, and then there's fire, which represents passion, ambition, and ambition and go get. When you learn how to manipulate the 4 elements and what these elements represent, depending on your astrological energy, certain people in their astrological energies and their charts very few people have balanced energy. Like, have a little bit of all the energies. This is very rare. These people, I'll give you an example. If you are an Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra, you have the gift of manipulating thought. So you can create a situation with your words, your whole vibration, your whole being. You can create magic to affect other people's thoughts. This is what the air represents. Air. If you are an emotional sign like Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, these are water signs. This represents water. You are able to manipulate people's emotions because that's what you deal with naturally. You deal with emotions, so your perspective in life is emotional, so you evoke emotions. And so this is what magic is. You cast spells that evoke emotions. You like things that evoke emotions. That's what you get into. So say if you were Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, you high energy. high energy. So you invoke, you a thrill seeker. These people are fire, you know, they have passion. And so these people are go-getters. They very awake. They invoke energy. This light energy, this burning energy in people and other people. So their reality is one that's like a hustler. They can manipulate things in such fast, furious ways. Okay? Because they can put the ambition in someone else. Okay? They can say a spell of words that these are inspirational speakers, because these people inspire people to be their greatest selves, these fire signs. Now, you can be a fire sign as far as your sun and be a moon. You have to study your chart to understand what your energy is, so you can become the magician that you want, so you can start to create and manipulate the elements to your benefit. Once you realize who you are, then you can become God. When God said, let there be light, that was a spell. Let there be light. In the Bible, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same in the beginning with God, all things were made by him, and without him not anything was made that was made. Not to say that God is a him, but that explains to you that nothing was created without thought and sound and words. Even in action, you can't make an action without a thought. Before you can make a step, you must think it first. The brain must tell the leg to move, and then you must, so everything is thought, everything is being motivated by thought. This is magic. So someone can say to you, they could say, oh, I like that shirt you're wearing, and that just made your whole day. If you're an emotional person. If you're not an emotional person and you're not moved by emotions like that, maybe you are an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. These people tend to be more practical, not led by their emotions, but led by intellect and practicality. They're the people that bring you down to earth. This is very important to understand, because if you're lacking a certain element in your life, then you won't be able to do the right magic to get your situation done and be able to manipulate your situation. You might be an air sign and have too much. You might manipulate air too much. You might overthink things. You see what I'm saying? Being an air sign and that being thought, you might overthink things. So you might want to have a friend that's an earth sign that balances and gives you a different perspective that brings you down to earth in your perspective. And you be like, oh, you can always call this person to be like, once you understand your chart, you see where you're lacking. Like I always tell people to go on to tarot.com and upload just buy your birth chart, your essential birth chart, because it's really essential. It is really good, and it's accurate as hell. I wouldn't even tell you no lie. So it's very important that we understand this. Also, once you understand these are spells, then you can become the observer and listen to things around you. You become the listener. Even when you're dealing with people in a conversation, they won't even know that you're observing the things that they're saying. Start listening to what people are saying, because they are bound by their thoughts, and their words are their thoughts. So if you hear what comes out somebody's mouth, it comes out of their heart, then you can understand the problems in their life. A lot of times people be talking to me, and I'll be like, damn, there goes their problem right there. Look at the words they're using. Words are so powerful, because even words hold vibrations. That's why they say, thou shalt not lie. Because when you lie in another dimension, this turns into a being or a room or some kind of situation. And when you sin and you do wrong things and you do wrong acts and do wrong things, you depurify yourself in other dimensions. So people be experiencing these little shadow people in their dreams, or they experience a bad situation in their lives in another realm in their dream world, and the other realms that they visit. Now you experience your karma, and it's showing you yourself. So if you lied, that lie manifests into something crazy in another dimension. In another dimension, it might manifest into a bear or a lion or a tiger, and then you fucking run from a lion and a tiger, and you lied in your waking state, And so when you visit these sub realms, you're visiting those things that you have done in your waking life, you know, in your subconscious, deep up in your subconscious. So it's best that you purify your soul, your mind, and your body, because well, your mind is your soul, but your soul, your body, and your spirits. It is best that you just don't hang around a lot of people, a lot of entities. Why? Because it's a filter for you to spend time alone by yourself. If you spend time alone by yourself, it's like a filter, because you, first of all, you get to understand your energy first. You get to understand your energy first. Once you get to understand your energy, when another energy enters your electrical magnetic space, you will be able to tell and pick up on the energy. And then you can look at yourself and ask yourself, how am I responding with this person in my, and you take it one person at a time. You take in one fruit, you take in one food at a time. Then you can feel the effects and start to play with energy. You cannot become a grand wizard, which is a magician that is able to manipulate time and space and all the elements in a great way, if you do not study the elements. You must study the elements. Some people are doing this naturally, you know, but they don't know that they're unconscious. They're unconsciously using magic. We're all doing magic. We're all using magic. Some of us are using dark magic and don't even know it, because it's being emitting on us. If I can emit thoughts on you to make you do certain things, then you become me, and now I live through you, if that makes sense. Like, I'll give you an example. The government teaches us in school, our kids in school, what the English language is. They taught us that we're supposed to have a refrigerator. They taught us that we're supposed to have a lock on your door and watch TV and cook your food. And they taught us this. So we're basically, they're living through their actions. Their mind is living through our actions. So now you are being manipulated through spells that are being put on you. You see what I'm saying? So you have to become the one that recognizes that spells are being put on you. Once you recognize the spells are being put on you, then you can start to become in control of them and stop. And this way you can start to actually control the dream. You are the dreamer. But you ever been in a dream, and most times in your dream you're just responding to what's happening to you? That's not good. That's not good. You don't want to be the one that's only responding to what's happening to you. You want to take control of your dreams. You want to become the creator. You want to take control of your dreams and be like, no, that's not a bear. That's a blase, blase, blah. And then, whew, it becomes what you want it to become. Now, when you're able to do this in your waking life, you'll be able to do this in other realms. This is very important. If you want to manifest a car, say you wanted a car in your life, but you have an energy that is an emotional energy. You are a water sign, right? And so you lack ambition. You might want to go find your Aries, Sagittarius, Leo friend, depending on what their moon signs are. I'm just being very general right now, speaking on the surface. But once you study astrology, you'll start understanding that we don't really exist in these bodies. We're actually being broadcast through, and the body is just actually a device, a tuner that the light is shining through, expressing itself through, making us. God is expressing itself through me and my energetic form. So, and even the body is energetic form. But if you wanted to manifest a car, say you wanted a car, oh, I want a car. Do you know? Do you have the elements in you? Do you have the magic skill? You have the wizardry to actually manifest something from nothing. You have no money. You have no way of making this happen. But do you know how to make it happen? Do you know that you can be in your own way so you can't get a car? But that's just small stuff. But that's just practice. Whatever you want, You can use your thoughts to get it, but it takes more than thoughts. It takes all 4 elements. It takes emotion. It takes emotion. It takes practicality. It takes ambition, and it takes. Wait, I'm doing a video, bro. I'm doing a video, bro. Yo. It takes emotion. It takes ambition. It takes emotion, which is water. It takes ambition, which is fire. It takes air, which is thought. You have to think it into existence. You have to think it. You have to be able to think it. And then it takes earth, which is practicality, which grounds you. That's your grounding. Now, all 4 of these elements will help you, all put together, will help you manifest anything you want in life. Absolutely whatever you want in life. It doesn't matter what it is. You are in complete control. Say if someone says something mean to you, and you say, it is not what is done to you, it's what you do with what you do with what has been given to you. See, that's the key to life right there. The key to life is not what happens to you, it's how you respond. You can respond in a submissive way, which sometimes is granted, or you can respond in a creative way. But you must have, if you are an emotional person, then you're going to respond emotionally. If you are a practical person, then you're going to take time, think about it, and then respond practically. But certain situations require certain things. And the master wizard, the master magician understands how and when to respond and how to respond to certain situations so that they benefit out of the situation. Sometimes you need to be quiet and listen. Like the man, he was coming at me. I had to let him know I'm doing a video. You know what I'm saying? Because he was coming, I don't know what he was about to say, but I was like, yo, I'm doing a video. You know what I'm saying? That's energy bouncing off of each other. You know what I'm saying? It's just human behavior bouncing off each other, but you have to take time to yourself to realize who you are first so you understand how you manipulate energy. So this is magic. Magic is being able to manipulate the elements. Now, a lot of us are doing it subconsciously or unconsciously, but once you figure out how to do this consciously, then you could become the wizard. Like I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going to manifest a village in either Central or both Central America and South America. I'm telling you this. This is what's going to happen. You're going to watch me do it. This is going to be live. I'm going to show you guys I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a village. I'm leaving the country. I'm out of here. I'm going to show the world how to live one with the planet and live off the land completely and show them how to do it in the coolest fucking way possible. You know what I'm saying? And that's my goal. That's my purpose in life. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to be a light worker, to make what's confusing and dark light. So I'm just going to take questions. Oh, before I take questions, what I want to say is this. Fast from using your lower chakras. Now, all your chakras must be activated and learned about. You need to learn about all your chakras. You need to learn about all of your different chakras, because your body, learn about your whole device. You need to understand your device. A lot of us are just babies walking around the earth. When I say babies, I'm saying that if you ever seen Avatar, when the guy got the Avatar body, and he was like, he didn't know how to live one with the planet. He just came, he was doing all kinds. And she's like, you're like a baby. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us are like babies, spiritually babies. We don't know how to use these devices, these bodies. We just using them to survive. We're living in our lower self. That's what they want you to do. Natureboy is here to teach you how to use your device. Every single thing on your device has a purpose, has a part, and it connects directly to the planet. And so I advise you guys to, if you can, right now, let me say this. Right now on the earth, this is not a time to be stupid, dumb, and play around and enjoy life and, you know, and do whatever you want and be in your lower self. This is not a time for that. Right now, we're living in a time, your soul came here for a time to evolve. It's time for the metamorphosizing from the caterpillar to the butterfly. It's time to raise this is a time to expand your consciousness. And the age of information is here for all, there's no secrets. Everything is here for you to expand your consciousness, for you to grow and get out of the childish state and practice your kung fu, practice your chi, your energy, practice manipulating energy and making things come into existence. But do not attach to these things that you get from your magic. You can say, I'm going to have a car, and then you get the car, but don't get caught up on the car and what all the car brings. Be able to walk away from that car. You might manifest a lover in your life or a person in your life, and you enjoy this person. But don't let this person and all that this person is consume you. This is a time for us to be raising the Kundalini and staying in a higher self, because right now on the planet, our DNA is being activated. A very special time and just in the planet, period. This is not the time to be lollygagging. This is the time to raise your Kundalini and live in your higher self. So what I'm going to ask y'all to do is listen to me very clear, because this is very important. It got a little dark out here, so I'm about to close this up after I do our questionnaire. So this is what I want y'all to know. All right, listen. You got to stop using your lower chakras. When I say that, now a lot of y'all not in positions not to use y'all lower chakras. When I say use your lower chakras, I mean survival. I'm talking about you have to learn how to use your lower chakras in order to get to your higher chakras. But you must overcome and unblock these lower chakras. You have to master the lower chakras. The lower chakras is sex, pleasure, all the body wants, all the greed, all that stuff. You must fast and deny the body. You must deny it to master and become the master magician and the wizard that you want to be. You must get up here with it. You must shut down your genital areas, that chakra. You can use that energy as far as the sexual energy to fire up the other chakras. But if you're not at the point of stimulating yourself and not having to have an orgasm, then that's going to be something that you're not going to want to do. For males, I see it being harder for the male, because we're so used of when the lower chakra, the penis chakra, the root chakra is stimulated, it lets off endorphins. Those endorphins must be analyzed and controlled. That has to be mastered, so it won't consume you and control you, because there are obstacles out here set for just that. Sex, porn, all that stuff is set for you to be distracted and stay into your lower self. Once you shut these chakras down, you automatically come up to your higher chakra. Now, some of you might have a harder time doing that depending on your astrological energy. That's why it's very important. I keep telling you to go get your birth chart, a full birth chart done, so you can understand your weaknesses and your strengths. Okay? Some people are balanced energy, some people are not. So, this is the time right now, the time and the space in that you're in right now. If you're in this time and space, this is the time that we're supposed to be raising the vibration on the planet, meaning raising your this is a one-on-one thing. This is a self journey into self, inside of self. Okay, this is the time for you to be actually studying all these information that's out here, the things that actually count. There's many distractions from the great information out here. Like, it's Friday. Are you a part of this thing, this social life going on here in this Caucasian third dimension, this nightlife? You know, are you a part of that? And if you are, you should at this time start to get tired of it, because the more you know, the less you want to be a part of that. Now, certain people are activated. Their DNA, like myself, they're light workers, they're activated. Their DNA is activated and they're speaking truth. The truth is coming to them. Like they know that something ain't right. They're like, yo, something ain't, this is whack. What are we doing here? You start to break the spell because you see it for what it is. Hey, I'm in an old supermarket. Right, most clubs is in old supermarkets for some reason. I'm paying for liquor. You start actually seeing things for what they really are. And the veil is being pulled over your eyes. And you start seeing how silly this is. Like the act of sex. What are you doing if you're just having sex out of pleasure? Really what you're doing, like, come on. You think about when you're having sex out of pleasure. You can masturbate. As far as the male, he can masturbate with his hand, or you can masturbate with a female, or whatever your preference is. But it gets to a point where you're like, what am I doing? After you come, after the orgasm, then you think and you say, what did I just do? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did I just do that? I could have did that with my hand. You know what I'm saying? When you get to that point, you start to recognize and be like, yo, what do we do? You start asking why, and that's where Google comes in and YouTube, and you start searching. These are the people that are light workers. They're lit up right now to help those that are being distracted to wake up. We're saying things to you, we're saying spells to you, good spells. There's all kind of dark spells being put on you daily. We're the ones that's saying good spells that are trying to help you wake up, or awaken the greatest stuff in you. So now, this is the time that we must become the butterfly. Okay? You must connect to the planet right now. This is not no coincidence. We wasn't talking like this 10 years ago. We wasn't talking like this. We're now talking like this for a reason. These messages are coming through us for a reason. A lot of us went to sleep and woke up and we was never the same again. Or in a blinking of an eye, we woke up. So there's people that look at us and be like, yo, you my cousin. We just was having fucking doing this and we was partying and smoking and drinking, and you like, yo, I'm not like that no more. Something changed in me. You see what I'm saying? So it is very imperative that you become the leader and don't let the currency of the world, which is flowing one way, lead you into darkness, back into your lower self. Because you're going to wind up hurting yourself because you know too much now. Certain light workers, y'all know too much. You're not like the average people walking around here. You know too much. So you can't do the same shit. There's a saying that says, if you knew better, you do better. It's very real. I can't, your boy Natureboy can't walk inside of no club. That would be torture for me now. But back in the day, that was like, I was unconscious. I was at an unconscious level. There was DNA that was just shut off. But now I know too much. I can see everything. I see everything for what it is. You know what I'm saying? They say that ignorant, your boy, I can't eat meat. I know too much. I can't eat chicken or fish or anything like that. I know too much. I know what's going on. I'm too aware. I'm too conscious of what's going on. And so that is the goal here. The goal is to expand your consciousness. You don't have to worry about teaching others. Only teach. You can teach on your page, but don't try to go on other people's pages arguing with them, because I did that in the beginning. I used to argue with people about what you knew was true. Use your avenue to put your stuff on your page, or you will get your feelings hurt when you try to give people the truth. Don't try to give nobody the truth on their avenue. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to give somebody the truth, be on your page, be in your existence, wherever you at, speak the truth. No doubt. If anywhere Natureboy is, my thoughts, I can't even talk to you about mundane crap. It's not even in my subconscious, because I spend so much time putting stuff in my head, and my mind is at a certain frequency. So when I talk to you, it's automatically going to turn into some high vibrational conversation. And if you're not with that, you're going to be like, some people might get away from me. Like, the fuck is he? I'm not going to sit there and talk to you about dumb shit. I'm just not. I'm sorry. So that's who I am. So, but I would never impose on you. But if you ask me, I'm gonna be quiet until you ask me. or I'm going to shine my light wherever I go. If I'm on this page in my existence, I have the rights to put whatever I want of my thoughts or my magic on my page, and that's what I'm going to do. And I hope to activate and help as many souls as I can, because there's a lot of things that's trying to hurt you and harm you and keep you down in your lower self. If you can, I want you to think about something for a minute, because I'm about to shut this down. Think about this. Sex has been abused. We really need to stop having sex. Real talk. Sex is being abused. It is being used to let off endorphins and pleasure. It's being used for pleasure's sakes. We are hopping in these situations for pleasure's sakes because life is hell here, and whatever feels good sells. That's it. That's drugs, that's sex. Whatever feels good sells. It's all part of the keeping you in your lower self. Survival, sex, greed, power, all of those things is in your lower self. And when we're in our lower selves, we actually need each other as far as male and female to procreate. Like I said before, nature is reflections of ourselves. All the carnivores and violent animals have to have a male and female to procreate. But if you look into nature and you see the high vibrational beings, a lot of fishes, cells, these organisms, plants, there's plant organisms that are asexual. Now, we as the souls that are in these bodies must understand what this is and start using these bodies to do the right thing, to further humanity, or the souls that are in this body will wipe humanity out without actions. So it is time right now that the souls in these bodies do the right thing. Now, if I'm in male form, I have a great challenge. Why? Because I have to shut this body down, because the female is supposed to be able to procreate on her own. And until she gets back to that state, me having sex with her is only harming her and keeping her in her lower self. The female is really, and this is very hard. This is very hard, but this is the truth. And I have to tell you, the female is supposed to be able to procreate on her own. And as long as she feels that she needs the male counterpart, then she will be disabled and keep putting the cast and a spell on herself and saying, oh, he completes me. No. You are complete in yourself. You are able to procreate on your own. And I know nobody's trying to hear this shit, but I'm here to tell you this anyway. Shut down your lower chakras. Utilize that energy to get to your higher self. Shut down those chakras. Now, this is hard, man, but it's worth it in the end, okay? And so I'm going to take questions now. I don't even know if this thing's even working anymore, but all I know is that I had to get these messages out. I have to get these messages out that you guys probably won't even get this stuff right now. But later on, my videos or my knowledge and my wisdom will be like, yo, he said that. But it's okay. Right now, I'm here to start to activate the DNA of those that are chosen to wake up, wake up, wake up. These are alarm clocks. And my soul is here to just wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You know what I'm saying? And that's my job. That's my job 24/7. And that's what I'm here to do. And that's what I'm going to do. So you guys have any questions to ask me right now, because I'm about to shut this video down. If you have any questions, I don't even know if the chat box is even working anymore. Somebody called me, and I don't know. But if you got a question, I'm going to leave it open for questions for the next 2 minutes, and then I'm going to shut it down. So we're going to shut down about 40 minutes on this video. So it's very important that you guys slow down on the sex fast. You have to fast from it. You have to get away from society. You already know my fruitarian diet. I told you, if you're vegan, if you're in this world and you're struggling, make plans to get up out of here. because it's time to leave. Now is the time. Don't wait till a Detroit thing happen to you. Don't wait till Houston happen to you. There's things that's going on right now, and if you care about humanity, the souls that are living in your bodies are here to save humanity. That's why we're here. We're here to save humanity. Listen to your boy. If you don't listen to me, it's okay. We all gonna get it in the end. But my job is to just do that, just to be a light bearer. Just to be the light bearer. That's what I'm here to do. Females, shut down your vagina. Stop having sex. This will empower you. I'm telling you, you do not need the male. You already have both. You already have both genital. You have the female genital, which is the womb, and then you have the male part already. You have the male and the female part already. Females, you already are hermaphrodites. You have a penis and you have testicles. You have a vagina. You already are both sexes. If that makes sense. Okay, Asia Flower says, if we should stop having sex, then shouldn't we not masturbate? Like I said, you have to master using all the chakras. So the sexual energy can be used to manifest the other chakras, to shoot energy up to the other chakras so that you can manifest things in this realm as far as manipulating energy. When you have to, somebody has to teach us how to use these devices called the body, the avatars. We have to learn how to use these bodies. We have to learn how to use these bodies. It's very important that we learn how to use these bodies. Your hair, from your eyebrows to your breasts, to your vagina, to your feet, to your hands. You need to learn what your skin is about. You need to learn what light is. You need to learn how it affects your skin and how it affects your organs so that we can become masters again. We need to learn these things. It's very important. She said, then shouldn't we master? I'm saying it's a process. You're going to fall. You're probably going to fall short. Don't worry about it. Long as you start to understand why, you're okay. If you have sex, fine. Don't beat yourself up about it. Try not to keep having unconscious sex for pleasure, because we're using it as a drug, like alcohol or TV or anything that sends off entertainment. Oh, we love entertainment. We love to feel good. Yes, we want to feel good because it's painful here. But that's the trick. That's the trick. If we continue to want to feel good, then we're going to be governed by these emotions. So if you are an emotional person or emotional sign and you are governed by your emotions, tomorrow or after this is what I'm going to do. I want y'all to understand what your Mercury is. Your Mercury is a very important planet to study in your astrological chart. So find out what your Mercury is, because your Mercury is going to tell you how you respond and communicate in life. Because Mercury is a planet of communication and how you respond to things as far as communication. So guys, please go online and go to Mercury Astrology, Mercury Calculator. Find out just go get your whole essential birth chart done on tarot.com. It's very important. I'm telling you guys, get that done. Study yourself. Study your energy. You realize that you're not the body. And I promise you, if you start to become either vegan or just stop eating the crap, don't eat no meat no more, don't eat no fish. If you do that alone, I promise you, you will have some kind of experience, some kind of out-of-body experience. You will leave your body. You will see that you're not. Something will happen to you metaphysically that will just blow your mind and have you activated. It's gonna activate you if you fast. But if you have to subdue your physical needs. You have to, subdue these physical needs. If you don't, then you're gonna be stuck. What if you don't have dreams? Well, that's okay. That's okay if you don't have dreams. But like I said, this is all about, like I said, you are you, and I am coming from my experiences. You are coming from your experiences, Gerald. So please, try the fruitarian diet. Don't do the same things in life and expect the same results. You are to feel around, explore, try this, try that. Try not having sex. Try not eating for a week. Try it, man. You'll be okay. Try what I'm telling you and see what happens, man. I understand what you say about female and procreation, though if the guy is a mutation, masculine comes from the feminine, so wasn't it created for a reason? Yin is black, yang is white, so light see more. Males come from females. Males must be here for a reason. Just pondering. Samuel, males are here as a physical manifestation of what the female no longer can do. She needs us to procreate in her lower self. So she mutated. Now, either she ate the wrong things or moved away from the tropics, or sudden imbalance happened. Anytime we have an imbalance, nature has a way of making up this imbalance for us through a mutation. Mutations are here to make up from what we threw off, the equilibrium. Okay? She has male and female part in her being, you see. The clitoris is a penis. The vagina is the womb. The ovaries are testicles. And they produce the egg, and they produce both this energy. She is able to control, once she's able to control her chakras, her chakra energy, and she becomes to live in her higher self, and she becomes the master of this vehicle, then and only then she will become to be able to procreate on her own. She will never be able to procreate on her own again and become her higher self if she continues to have intercourse with the male counterpart. You see what I'm saying? We must become to a higher consciousness, and we must go find a different way of doing things. We must explore. This is the time. Like no other time on this planet, this is the time that miraculous things will happen, because there is no more secrets. We are more conscious than anything. We are going to be able to do miraculous things. And this is the time where we're supposed to be practicing magic, practicing our controlling the chi, kung fu, practicing controlling the energies within self, electrifying the energy within the chi, and finding the center and understanding the chakras and controlling them. This is the time, because now we have all this information. But the thing is, there's so many distractions. Females have estrogen, and estrogen is being played against them because that's what makes them emotional. And emotions will never have logic. So the males, being the logic, must be able to intellectualize the feminine energy. And this is what I'm doing. I'm intellectualizing a message to the feminine energy so that the feminine energy will prevail. The feminine energy is all around us. It is the dominant energy. Although we feel that the masculine energy is the dominant energy, it is not. The feminine is the dominant energy. And she embodies both feminine and masculine. So do we, but we do not have a womb. So all that we are physically, not the soul, who you really, I'm talking about the avatar. The avatar is a mutation of what she couldn't do anymore. By eating the wrong thing, living out of her natural environment, we mutated to survive. This is not the norm, though. I'm just here to let you know, this is not the normal thing that's supposed to be going on. The norm is that she's supposed to procreate on her own. This is the high vibrational her. This is where she needs, this is where we're going. There's cycles, and we're going to the higher self now. We're becoming the butterfly. This is a cycle, and we're becoming higher conscious now. And it's time for her to raise her kundalini and come into herself. activate the genes. The mind controls the body. Okay, Shayna says, more women need to know that we are the only beings that portal souls from the heavens to the earth. Please let them know. Thanks. Okay, Shayna, I want to let you know something. You are not the body. Don't be prideful. When I say pride, you could start to identify yourself as your body and know that your body is the #1 body on this planet and start to get cocky. Don't do that, because this is what creates confusion and war. When we are not humble with understanding, we must teach with love and understanding, because if we don't teach with love, we can offend males. The male people that are in male souls that are in male bodies will get offended, because for some reason we identify ourselves with our body because we haven't had the experience of leaving the body. You see what I'm saying? You need to get that experience, and you're only going to get that experience by actually doing this, applying the information you know. You can know all you want to know. You're not really going to know until you apply the information that you have. You must apply that information so you can get the experience. Once you leave your body, you cannot think that you're your body no more. It's just something that you just don't do anymore. It becomes silly. Then you start looking at people driving their bodies around and doing certain acts, and you start looking at them, and you start looking at yourself and saying, why would I do that with my body? This is crazy. Why am I doing this with my body? Well, my body's not supposed to do that. Why would I do it? And people are doing these things collectively, unconsciously, and just following the group because the group is doing it. They're doing it. Okay? So no. Don't be prideful in knowing that you're in a female body. But be wise in your actions. Close your mouth sometimes, because you don't want to offend anybody that doesn't know that they're not their body. Okay? Remember that. So once females become their higher self, what will the man's purpose be? Well, just like the Caucasian, the avatar will cease to exist. It will you don't need the avatar. You're not the avatar. Don't think that we're trying to wipe you out. Like, you can't be wiped out. You're the soul. Males do need to be wiped out. There is no use for the male. The male on this planet is actually a virus. It acts as a virus on the planet, although it's a mutation of what you couldn't do. If you look at the male is violent, it's controlling, it lives in its lowest self naturally. Testosterone makes us we're in balance. The female has both genders. She has both genitals, so she can produce both easily. The right soul in the female body will lead us into salvation. Now, when you die, when these males that are in these souls that are in males' bodies, they will come back as a female, and they won't look at it from that perspective. They'll be like, yeah, female power, you know. But right now, saying that to a male and him not understanding that he's not his body, he already gonna clutch on to be like, no, but man, what we got a purpose too. Like, no, don't think about it like that. Think about we're all in cars, and we have to go back to the original car. That's all. And you got to get out of that car and get into the next car. That's all that I'm saying to you. You see what I'm saying? We have to come back to the regular, to the original. It's time to become pure again. Deep, I see, I never saw it like that. Thank you. I guess I have things to process. I understand. Okay, gotcha. Have you ever experienced DMT? DMT is something that we produce in our bodies naturally. When you dream, or when you have an experience or happiness or whatever, DMT is being pumped through your body naturally. I wouldn't take any substances. Don't take any substances. Like, just stop. Don't do all of that. Certain people don't have a connection with the planet naturally, and so they're looking for stimulants. But everything is within you. You can use your own energy to stimulate yourself and experience. You can be around a certain person, and this person gives you an experience. So First things first, stay still, study yourself. You don't need to take no substances or anything externally. Everything is within you already. All you need to do is make sure that if you really want to have this experience, please make sure that you get on that diet, that vegan and that fruitarian diet. The more raw, the better. Fruit. I recommend fruit, but I understand a lot of y'all got to work in the Caucasian third dimension, so you have to do what you got to do, and I understand that. So just vegan, but if you're ready to go to your higher self, if you're prepared, fruits. If you want to cleanse yourself, just clean everything out. Don't even worry about taking no herbal stuff. No, listen. All you need to do actually is basically eat fruit. If you eat fruit, organic fruit, you will clean your body, and your body will get back on its equilibrium. And your mind becomes clear. The veil comes off your eyes, and you become more wise, and your body, all the fat has to go. You're not feeding it. So your body starts to feed on that stored fat that you had, and it's gone. It'll leave itself. You don't even have to go to the gym. You don't have to work out. You don't have to be in pain. Your body's gonna heal itself. So I'm about to shut this video down. I love y'all. Y'all know to subscribe to Natureboy TV, Natureboy on all social medias. I love you. Peace and love, blessings to everybody.